Welcome to the Vesta Map Local e-learning course. The purpose of this training is to introduce all of the key features and functionalities of your mapping system and to prepare you, the user, to effectively and confidently implement your system. Vesta Map Local is an advanced mapping solution that quickly identifies caller locations for emergency call handling. The application provides powerful tools for 911 call takers to perform intuitive searches, measure distances, create current map view snapshots, quickly adjust map views, and, if configured, has the capability to automatically check the Rapid SOS Clearinghouse for device-based hybrid location of the emergency caller. Vesta Map Local is designed to be integrated with your 911 system and must be installed on each position. The system is available as a base or premium version. Premium system users will see calls for every position, while base system users will see only the calls for their positions. To launch Vesta Map Local, simply click the button in your 911 system. The location of this button may vary per layout. Notice that no login credentials are required. While the window the system opens in appears to be a browser window, Vesta Map Local is an offline application. First, let's take a look at the map. The dark gray map area is the map of your area or jurisdiction based on the map data that your site provided to Airbus DS Communications. The surrounding light gray portion is produced by Esri's ArcGIS online maps. This portion will only display if your site has internet connectivity. If not, the area surrounding your site map will be blank. The colored border on each of the roads and the road names indicate the road types. Interstates and highways are outlined in yellow, county roads are outlined in blue, and city roads are outlined in white. Please note that the map colors are standard and cannot be changed. Now, let's take a quick tour of the map to get familiar with the layout and features. Each element introduced will be covered in more detail as the course progresses. In the upper right corner, you'll find the Map Tools toolbar. These tools can be used to explore the data and features on the map, such as viewing aerial maps, measuring map features, and more. When a tool button such as the aerial button is selected, the button will shift slightly downward and appear lighter in color. This indicates that the tool is now active. To turn the tool off, simply click it again. Located along the lower right edge of the map are the navigation tools. These tools allow you to zoom in and out on the map, return to the original map view using the Home button, or go backward and forward to access previous and next map views. Along the bottom of the screen is the carousel. This is where calls will display as they come into the system and will remain for 15 minutes unless closed. For sites with a base system, only calls for that position will display. For sites with a premium system, calls for all positions will display. If you click on a call card within the carousel, the information panel will appear on the upper left side of the map, providing additional call data, such as the caller location, local responders for that location, nearby calls, points of interest, places, and coordinates. Rapid SOS data for cell phone calls may also be available with more precise location information for the caller. This is an optional feature which, if configured for your system, requires the caller to have downloaded an app on his or her cell phone. A search box is located at the top of the information panel. This allows you to search for map features or calls by keyword or topic. Notice that if I click the X to close the information panel, the search field will remain. This concludes Training Module 1, Getting Started. Please proceed to the following Knowledge Check module. Looking at the Map Tools toolbar at the top right of the screen, you'll find the following tool buttons displayed from left to right: Aerials, Legend, Measurement, Capture Map Image, Application Information, and Help. First, let's click on the Aerials tool button to change the map to an aerial map view. Notice that the button is now a lighter shade of blue and is shifted slightly downward. This indicates that the tool is now active. These aerial views can be especially helpful if you need to provide the responder with a physical description of a house or place of incident. However, it is important to keep in mind that these images are not live captures, so the appearance of the location may differ somewhat from the displayed image, such as a change of paint color, etc. The aerial map view can also be helpful if the responder needs a location description for someone lost or injured in the woods. This view would allow you to provide details about the location that may not be evident in the standard map view. Please note that the aerial map that is displayed is based on the map data provided by your site. If no aerial map data is provided, Esri's ArcGIS online aerial maps may be available. Next is the Legend tool button. When you click to select this tool, the Legends window will display on the map. This window lists all the layers that have been used to build the map. A scroll bar located along the right edge of the window can be used to scroll down to view additional layers on the list. A checkbox is displayed beside each layer. The checked layers are the ones that are currently visible on the map. By unchecking a box, you can choose to toggle a layer off so that it is no longer visible. For example, in the event of a major incident, there may be multiple call markers on the map, which may interfere with the map view. You may wish to uncheck the box for 911 calls to temporarily hide the call markers. To turn the layer back on, simply recheck the box. Another option is to use the slider to the right of the layer name to increase the transparency of that layer. To do this, click and drag the slider to the left. Notice that the further the slider is moved to the left, the more transparent the layer becomes. Layers with a plus symbol can be expanded so that you can view the symbology, or icons, used to represent certain features within that layer. For example, if I click the plus sign to expand the points of interest layer, I can see all symbols used to represent points of interest on the map, such as airports, banks, hospitals, etc. Please note that symbols are standard and cannot be changed. To close the Legends window, click the X at the upper right corner or click the Legend tool button again. Changes made to the Legend window affect only the current session and will reset to the default settings the next time the system is launched. To measure features on the map, click the Measurement tool button to initiate the Measurement toolbox. The Measurement tool can be used to find the distance of a line or the area of a polygon on the map. For example, if you want to measure the distance of a road segment, you click on the map and set the starting point, then slowly drag the tool's pointer symbol along the road. Notice that the total distance is displayed in the measurement box. This distance is measured first in feet, but then in miles, once a third a mile is reached. If you need to change the direction of the line to follow the curves, simply click on the map to add another marker and continue to drag the pointer in the needed direction. The length of each line segment will be displayed on the map, as well as the total distance, or sum of all line segments combined, and total area, in square feet or miles, as if the shape was closed by an additional line. If not all segment lengths are displayed, you can zoom in closer on the map until they appear. The measurement will remain on the map until you click the X to close the measurement box. A similar process can be used to measure the area of a polygon on the map. For example, a user may wish to measure the area of a field in the event of a land fire. To draw a polygon on the map, click on the map to create a starting point, then drag the pointer and click again each time you wish to create a vertex. The system will automatically detect the shape and display the measurement of the area in square feet, square miles, and acres. If you make a mistake and need to start again, click the measurement button to close the tool, then reactivate it to begin your new measurement. Next in the Map Tools toolbar is the Capture the Current Map Image tool. This tool allows you to take a screenshot of the current map view that you may choose to save as a PNG file for future use or to email to another party. It is important to note that the image captured will include the measurements as well as any map or call peaks currently displayed on the map, but will not include the carousel or information panel. To capture the map image, simply click the Tool button. A window will open to save the map capture. Browse to the desired location and name the file, then click Save or hit the Enter key. It is important to consider that if the site has not been granted admin access to the location to which the file is saved, the user will not be able to access the saved image. Contact your system tech to request access to the file location if needed. Now, let's take a look at the application information window by clicking on the Tool button. The first tab within this window is the Updates tab. This page provides information regarding when the system or map was last updated, the current version that the system is running, and the system license information. This will always be Airbus DS Communications. If a map update is available at the time this tab is accessed, an Install Updates button will be present. Clicking this button will update the map. If you choose not to click the button or simply don't check to see if an update is available, the system will automatically update the map the next time it is launched. Next is the Settings tab. Typically, there is no reason for the user to access this tab unless directed to by a tech or your system administrator. However, it is important for you and other users at the site to know never to make any change to the station ID, which can be found within Plugins, Applications, as this can affect how your system handles calls. The Health tab is where you can view the connectivity status of the database and plugins and test the internet connection, if applicable, for the ArcGIS online maps, pictometry, or RapidSOS features. To test the internet connection, click the Test button. A red X will display in the event of a failed connection. Please note that if your system does not have internet connectivity, the connection section will not be present. The Support tab displays all contact information for Airbus DS Communications, should you ever require assistance with your system. Please note that your first step should always be to contact your system tech. The final tool in the Map Tools toolbar is Help. When you click on this tool button, the Help window pops up. The first time you access the Help tool, a notice may pop up that the browser is restricting the web page from running scripts or ActiveX controls. If this occurs, select to allow blocked content to enable access to the information. While an internet browser window is used to view the Help file, no internet connection is required, as it is viewable offline. To access the user guide and quick reference card for Vesta Map Local, click Resources, then PDFs. Click to select the document name you wish to view. For example, this quick reference card is a 2-page or 2-sided file that can be very beneficial to print and keep at each position so that agents may quickly access basic how-to information regarding system use. Now, I'll close the quick reference card to return to help. A search field is available at the top of the window. This allows you to search for content by keyword or topic. For example, if I want to identify the call markers that appear on the call cards within the carousel or on CallPeaks, I can use this feature. After entering the text and clicking on the magnifier icon, the search results will display, highlighting the keyword or keywords entered. Clicking the Home icon within the Help tool window will return you to the Help home page. If you wish to return to Vestamap Local, simply close the browser window. Now, let's take a look at the Navigation Tools toolbar, which is displayed vertically along the right edge of the map. There are 4 options for zooming in on the map to better view an incident location or area. First, you can simply click the Zoom In tool button, indicated with a plus symbol. Each time this button is clicked, a fixed zoom in will occur. The other 3 zoom options involve the use of a mouse. Using the mouse wheel, a user can manually zoom in on the map by scrolling upward. Alternately, the user can double left-click the mouse button to result in a fixed zoom in. The final option is to place the mouse pointer on the map and, while holding down the Shift key, click the mouse button and drag the mouse pointer to draw a box on the map. This box indicates the area over which you wish to zoom. You can also pan the map in any direction by left-clicking and holding the mouse button as you move the mouse pointer. To zoom out on the map, you can either click the Zoom Out tool button, indicated with a minus symbol, or scroll downward using the mouse wheel. As you may have already noticed several times during this training, I can click this Home tool to return to the default map view, or the initial map scene when the system is launched. The 2 tool buttons with the forward and back arrows are the Previous and Next Extent tools. As you manipulate the map, for example, selecting a call card in the carousel or zooming to a certain location, you may wish to return to a former view. By clicking the Previous Extent tool button, you can recall up to 25 former map views one at a time. Once the 25th or last available view is reached, the button will be grayed out. Once you've used the Previous Extent button to recall map views, the Next Extent button can be used to move forward and advance for up to 25 views. Again, once the last available view is reached, this button will be grayed out. This concludes Training Module 2, Map and Navigation Tools. Please proceed to the following Knowledge Check module. To start, I'm going to place a test call so that we can see what happens when a call comes into the system. There are 3 activities that occur on the map as the result of an incoming call. First, a call card for the call appears here in the carousel. Second, the map zooms to the caller's location and an icon or call marker flashes on the map for 5 seconds. Third, an information panel appears or is updated to provide additional information about the call. Now I'm going to place another call so that we can review the activity. call card in the carousel, map zoom and flashing call marker, and information panel. Let's start with the carousel. The carousel displays a quick view of all active and inactive calls that have occurred within the last 15 minutes. Remember, if your site has a base system, each position will only display the calls for that position in the carousel, whereas if your site is running a premium system, calls for all positions will be displayed. The station ID will indicate which position received the call. Also, although calls only remain in the carousel for 15 minutes, there is a search feature that can be used to locate and view calls on the map for up to 12 hours after they've arrived into the system. This will be covered in more detail in the following module. I'm going to place another test call into the system. Notice that when a new call comes in, the older call is bumped to the right in the carousel. A scroll bar will appear along the bottom of the carousel if there are more calls than will fit within the carousel view. Now, let's explore the elements that are displayed on each call card within the carousel. The call marker indicates the type of call, such as landline, SMS, or wireless call. Remember that you can access the Help tool to identify each call marker if needed. Beside the call marker, you'll find the call time, or the time at which the call arrived at the position. Next is the caller location information. The information displayed here may vary depending on the information in the map file. For example, one may show an address and another may show a tower with location coordinates. There are many variables for what may display here, but the data is prioritized as follows, with the first available data from the list appearing on the call card. Common place name, address, street name, and community name. Next is the station ID. This unique identifier indicates on which position the call arrived. You can click any call card in the carousel to display the information panel or update the information panel with more details regarding the selected call. Calls can be removed from the carousel by clicking the X in the upper right corner of the call card. While this deletes the call from the carousel, the call information can still be accessed using the search feature, which we will cover in the next module. Sites have the option to add indoor floor plans of buildings to their maps to assist first responders when responding to a call. Common indoor floor maps include schools, hospitals, libraries, malls, etc. Having access to an indoor floor map would allow the agent to identify the location's best entrance and enable the first responder to get to the caller as quickly as possible. Please note that this feature must be purchased as an add-on to your system. If an indoor floor map has been loaded onto the map, you will see it automatically populate on a building's footprint as you zoom into that area. If multiple floors are present in the building, a floor selector will be available. Clicking the desired floor number in the selector will change the floor map to that floor's data. Next, let's explore call and map peaks. If you click on a call within the carousel, a call peak appears on the map at the location of the call. This feature provides location data and map coordinates for a call, as well as a call marker to represent the call type. Map coordinates are in the decimal degrees format by default, but can be clicked on to be changed to degrees minutes seconds or degrees decimal seconds. Once the coordinate format has been changed, future peaks will follow this format, so it is important to change them back to the original format if desired. Notice the blue star icon within the peak. Clicking on this star allows you to save the current location as a saved place. For example, if the location is the site of a large fire, you may choose to save it for future reference. After clicking the star, you'll be prompted to give the place a name that can be used in a future search for the saved place, then click the disk icon to save. Please note, if your site is running a base system, the saved places will be specific to each position. A map peak is similar to a call peak, but can be generated for any location by simply clicking on the desired location on the map. The data displayed on a map peak is condensed as it does not include caller information. If you click on the More Information arrow within the peak, the information panel will appear or be updated to display additional information for that location. Let's take a look now at the call information provided within the information panel for a call. It appears when an agent answers a call or when the More Information arrow is clicked from a peek or search result. The following data is displayed in the information panel: caller and location information. Depending on how this information panel was requested, from a call peek, incoming call, or search result, this information may include a call marker or an icon indicating what type of call was placed, a call path option, which allows you to show or hide the last 3 rebid locations for wireless Phase 2 calls when there is more than one rebid. You can choose to show or hide the path by clicking one of these buttons. Please note, the system tracks and displays in the carousel card the latest rebid or update from the 911 screen of a wireless Phase 2 call and 3 rebids prior to that. A blue dotted line will display on the map to show rebids. By default, call path is on when there are 2 different wireless Phase 2 locations to plot. Next are the map coordinates. Again, you can click to change the coordinate format if needed. A yellow warning symbol may display on the information panel or call peek to indicate an information location alert. If you see this symbol, simply hover the mouse pointer over the icon to view information for the alert. The warning symbol will appear if there is something that didn't work as expected, or if there is an uncertain calculation. For example, if the lat long from a cell phone could not be calculated into an address, or if there is an unmapped call, a warning symbol would appear with an explanation in red text, or by hovering the mouse pointer over the symbol. The warning symbol serves as a caution for the user when interpreting the accuracy of the call. Next is the station ID, which identifies the position at which the call arrived. You can click on More Information to show additional details about the call, which may include the caller name, uncertainty radius, call type, responders, and the ESN. To close this information, click Hide Details. Next, you'll see a list of responders. While this map data does not include responder information, typically you would see law enforcement, fire, and EMS. Responder information for the location is pulled from the map data, not the phone system, and may include up to 3 levels: primary, secondary, and tertiary responders. In addition to providing these responders for a call, the information panel can also provide responders for any manually selected location on the map if you simply click on the map to create a map peek, then select the More Information arrow to display the information panel. You may also wish to access this information for a call listed as the result of a search using the system's search feature, which would be covered in the next module. In this case, you would also click the More Information arrow for that call. Now, notice what occurs on the map if I click on one of the listed responders. Once clicked, the jurisdiction for that responder will appear on the map and pulse momentarily in red. If I double-click the listed responder, the map view will zoom to and pulse that jurisdiction. At this location provides additional map data and/or links to more information when available for the location selected or for the 911 call. For example, if there is a mall at the same location on the map as the caller, the mall will be listed. The agent can then click once on the place name to pulse the building's footprint on the map, or double-click to zoom and pulse the location. The following locations may be present within this section of the information panel. Parcel information, which includes the owner's name and address. Neighborhoods, including neighborhood names and, if available, the community and city. Water bodies, including names and, if available, the types of water bodies. Places, including the place names and class descriptions. If you need to view specific information for one of the listed locations within the At This Location section, click on the More Information arrow. The data displayed in the information panel will change to that of the selected location. The Nearby section, provides information for places and/or 911 calls that lie within a certain distance of the selected location or 911 call. This includes 911 calls and hydrants within 1/4 a mile and/or parcels, neighborhoods, water bodies, and places or commonplace names within a 1/2 a mile of the selected location or 911 call. The nearby list is broken into 2 parts, nearby 911 calls and nearby places, and includes a count for each in parentheses. If the list contains multiple entries, an arrow can be clicked to expand it. Notice that the distance is included by each place to show how far it is in meters from the selected location or 911 call. Next is the nearby miscellaneous list, which lists any additional places or features within a 1/2 a mile radius of the selected location or 911 call. If you are familiar with our former Vesta Map mapping product, you'll find that this is similar to the former Identify tool. Again, clicking the arrow beside a feature will expand the list, and clicking on the More Information arrow for any listed feature will result in the map zooming to that location and updating the information panel with the data for that location. If you wish to return to the caller information, you must click on the More Information arrow within the call peak. This concludes Training Module 3, Carousel and Information Panel. Please proceed to the following Knowledge Check module.